everyone. Today I'm going to go over a really easy core routine that you can do after a run on your strength days. Something that's really going to work the front, sides, and back of our core to give us that strong foundation that we need to run fast and to run far. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to get into our traditional plank position. So there's two ways you can do this. You can start off with what we call your arms extended. So they're in that nice straight line. Legs are going back. We have that belly button pulled in tight to our spine, keeping that back flat, squeezing the glutes for support, and we're breathing. You can also come down to your forearms and still coming into that strong plank position. This one is a little bit more aggressive for those shoulders. So if you have any aches and pains, I suggest doing the other version. You can always modify and drop down to those knees if we need to work up to a harder level. Then you're gonna move into a side plank. So same idea, we're gonna come down onto our forearms, making that nice 90-degree angle. Legs are gonna be out behind us, and we're lifting up into that side plank. We have that nice straight line with our body, pulling that belly button into our spine, and we have that shoulder rolled back for good posture. Again, if we want to make this a little bit harder, we bring that arm up and we breathe. If we need to modify, make it a little bit easier, we can bring that top foot out in front of our body to give us a little bit more stability. Then we're going to make our way onto our back, coming down. We're going to make sure we're pressing that belly button again to our spine or making contact with the floor. We're going to bring our legs up into a 90-degree position, and we're going to go into a reverse crunch. So once again, pressing that belly button down, lifting the hips off the ground, coming up and lower, making this a little bit more challenging. Up, lower those toes, tap, up, lower those toes and tap. Again, if we need to modify, drop one foot down to the ground at a time, and we can work up to those more challenging exercises. Finally, coming to a seated position, we're going to bring that body back slightly. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. Grabbing a weight if we have one, and we're going to go into our Russian twist. Twisting side to side. Arms are there just to support the weight. Our core is doing all the work. Again, make it a little bit more challenging. Elevate those feet or drop them down if we have any discomfort in that low back. Don't have a weight? No problem. Taking you back to your physics class, if we have that long lever, we're putting a little bit more strain on that core to make it more challenging. Twisting side to side. Again, too much. Bring it in closer to have that modification. The last exercise we're going to do is a dead bug. So we're coming back onto our backs, bringing our legs up into that tabletop position again when we're making that 90-degree angle with our knees and 90-degree angle with our hips. Arms are going to be straight up. Level one, you're going to hold this position, drawing that belly button to your spine, and you're going to lower one leg at a time, keeping it just right above the ground. Again, pulling that belly button in tight and breathing through the exercise. Level two, we're going to incorporate arms. So as that right leg lowers, our left arm is going to extend back. So right leg lowers, left arm comes back, and then we switch. So it's arm to opposite leg is moving, keeping that belly button pulled in tight. Awesome job. So when you're doing these, try to do them for about 30 seconds each. You can always shorten it or extend it if you need to modify or make it a little bit more challenging. If you don't want to have to focus on looking at that clock, I would recommend setting a timer and having it beep for you so you know when to move on to that next exercise. Good luck.